What's going on, everybody? So early this morning, 6:40, I decided to go ahead and make that Zoom to show y'all the ideal avatar. So let me just get to it. See how I can do this. How can I do this? Share. All right, so I'm gonna use this out of my 4 week mentorship. Okay, so I got a drive. Boom, right here. So it's real simple, right? I'm just gonna go over everything with y'all. So basically, ideal avatar is your ideal client or your ideal customer. That's all it is. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break it down for you. So let's say if you have a lash business, a beauty bar, you're a mobile mechanic, you, you do credit, you do funding, anything. If you know how to market, you can sell anything. You can have the best service in the world, but if nobody know you exist or nobody even know that you have the service, it doesn't mean anything. All right. So I'm gonna show you how to broadcast to everyone. Okay. So what is a customer avatar? Basically, it's a personalized illustration of a particular person. All right, just like those figures we see in video games. All right. However, a customer avatar is a different concept. In marketing, you use an avatar to help you understand your ideal customer or client to easily find them. Okay, it's an effort to define the best, most profitable prospect for your business. That's all it is. Okay. So, like once again, it's a fictional person who has the same needs, pain points, and wants as the customers you want to serve. All right. So, a man that serves everyone serves no one. Remember that. So, unless you have a massive marketing budget, there's no way you can serve everyone. This is where you need to narrow down your options. Okay. Very simple. So, step one, you're gonna come up with your avatar name. All right. So you can call that Agency Allen, CEO Chris, um, Credit Karen, whatever you want to call it. All right, now you're gonna identify the demographics. I think this is one of my favorite parts. So you're gonna list every characteristics and traits of your customers. Okay, it would include demographics, where they live at, do they have children, their hobbies, job status, location, religion, race. And I know you're gonna be like, that's a lot, but whenever you see it, you'll understand it. So this is what I mean right here. So here are some questions about the target audience that we'll go through. And I know you're like, well, I need to know all this. So, for instance, let's just say credit repair. That's what I do, right? So, if you hear or if you watching this, it's not because you just stumble across it. It's because you are my ideal avatar. Um, and I have them for different things. So I might have one for credit clients. I might have one for mentorships. I might just have one for school. Um, so we start off with gender. So we're just gonna speak on credit repair, right? Credit repair. So gender. With credit repair, I personally prefer women. Reason being is because women tend to be well, they are more mature than men, and they're trying to get their stuff done right. Like they're not trying to BS. They want this, they want that, they know what they want, and they tend to fix their credit first. Age group, for me personally, the age group I like the best, it's about 25 up. 25 to 30, they're trying to get their life together. 30 to about 45, 50, they're going to have the most money to spend. And then 50 to 60, they're trying to focus on retirement or they're trying to just clean things up. All right, what's the income? This can range for credit repair, but for me, I would say at least 50,000 up. Because I don't charge that much and I'm trying to make it for affordable for everyone. But depending on what it is, so for instance, if it's a mentorship, I probably want them to make closer to 60, 70 up so they can afford the mentorship or they're willing to invest in themselves. Where are they located? Once again, for credit repair, I like the South. The reason I like the South is because that's where most of the African Americans are, and that's a big demographic for me. As well as in the South, you got to have a car. Everybody in the South want to have land, they want to have houses. Not saying that, they don't have cars in New York and things like that, but it's pretty much stacked on top of each other, grandfathered in rent, things like that. And public transportation. If you in Tampa, you need a car. If you in Houston, you need a car. You know what I mean? Certain places like that. Job title. So this breaks down to if I'm doing certain packages. So for instance, if we're pretty good at student loan removal, then maybe the job title I'm looking for may be a nurse because I know they may have student loans as well as their income is good enough, their age, they're old enough in my age bracket because they had to go to college, and their gender is usually a woman. Or it could be something as simple as if I'm removing repos, maybe it might be truck drivers. I know truck drivers they make good money, so their income is there. The age is usually older. The gender, yes, it's more so male based. However, they do fit a couple more of those key points. Marital status, um, I mean, it doesn't matter for me, but I would say maybe married, a little bit more conservative, a little bit more focused on getting what they need to get done. How many children do they have? For credit repair, children is good because if you have a child, once again, you are more determined to get things done. You need a car, you want to get a house, things like that. Are they an animal lover? I know this one may be weird, but the more specific, the better. So, animal lovers, yeah, that's cool, but it once again depends on what field you're in. And then, are they an introvert? So, based off what I said, right, I can already tell you if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna aim it for 25 up. Gender, I would like it to be a woman because they're gonna typically more serious about their stuff. If it's a man, it's usually the woman pushing the man, or a man is doing something because of the woman, usually. Income, like I said, maybe 50,000 up. If I'm doing a mentorship, I know it may cost more. So I would like them to have more disposable income as well where they're located at. So all this stuff right here, I break down to a science, pretty much. All right. So next, identify the dreams and goals. Okay. What is that one big dream that they've been trying to reach? This is one question can tell you a lot about a person. Take a minute and try to learn what their short-term and long-term goals are. Okay. This is very, 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 very big. So if you have a product, right, and you know your product is good, like you really know your product is good, you're not trying to sell your product when you talk to people. Never try to sell. People don't like to be sold. If you know your product is good, don't try to sell it. They'll buy it because it speaks for itself. But they have to come to you, but they'll buy it. And this is what I mean. So right here, someone dreams and goals. If I do a consultation with you, the first thing I'm gonna ask is, well, after I ask, how did you hear about us? I'm gonna say, all right, so what are you trying to do? What are your goals? I know I have a good product already, and I'm not trying to sell you on my product, but tell me what you want to, what are you trying to do? Most people say, I'm trying to get a house, I'm trying to get a car. So, okay, you're trying to get a car. So, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at your positives just to see, have you already had a car before? Have you paid off a car? Do you even have any positive accounts? Do you have nothing but negative accounts? The reason being is because I know what I can do with your negative accounts. That's no problem. But if you don't have no positives, I'm gonna just tell you up front, hey, first thing you should do is start adding positive accounts. Because if we are able to clean up everything, you gotta have some kind of positive to get a car, or you're gonna have to get a cosigner, and I don't recommend nobody co-signing for anyone. So I let them know off rip, or what are you trying to do? I'm trying to get a house. Okay, this is what I can provide. This is the steps to get you a house. Have you talked to a realtor yet? Do you know what score you need? Do you know how your profile should look? So I'll walk you through that first, and then I will show you, this is what I offer, and this is how I can help you get there. So if you ask people what they want, they're going to tell you. Okay. Challenges. What are their pain points? So the pain points kind of pretty much tie back into dreams and goals a little bit. Because if you know their goals and what they want to achieve, it's time to identify, what kind of challenges are obstacles. So once again, if they want to get a car and the negative items is one of their obstacles, I know I can help you with that. But I do know an obstacle that you're going to come across is you really don't have any positives. So let's fix that while we're here. Okay. So that's how that one goes. Here are 4 strategies to identify your customer pain points. So you're going to create customer surveys and send it to them on a regular basis to collect feedback. Include questions that allow for open-ended responses. Save and organize feedback, having it all in logical order. You're going to pay attention to the customer's confusions and questions. If one of your customers contacts you, ask a question, it's safe to assume that there are many others having the same question. All right, and allow your customers to provide feedback on your website. They're likely to share the exact information you're looking for, feedback widgets, for example. So check this out, right? Okay, so you can see that. So first thing right here. Oh man, my bad. Create customer surveys and send them out to the customers on a regular basis to collect feedback. So a lot of times, like even in the school community, I may ask y'all, like, what do y'all want? Like, what do y'all? A lot of people, I do inbox a lot of people, and I ask them, what is it that that you're looking for? How can I help you in the school community? And a lot of people will tell you, like, hey, I'm tired of paying people for funding. Can you help me figure out how to do funding? Sure. I make a whole course about funding and just put it on there for you guys. Um, One thing I know, like pay attention to your customers' confusions and questions. That is a big one. People ask me all the time, Cam, how do I build my credit? How do I build my credit? How do I build my credit? That's why I put it in the school. It breaks down how to add trade lines, how to go ahead and do pledge loans. It show you where to get the trade lines. It breaks down your utilization and everything. And you just allow your customers to provide feedback. That's what this whole school is. People provide feedback on different things. So definitely just listen to your customer. They're going to tell you their pain points and they're going to tell you what they want over and over and over again. And just tailor to it. If it's something you can do, tailor to it for sure. All right, going deeper. This is the why question. So, what were your customers thinking before signing up for your services or buying their product? What were they looking for? Did you meet or are you currently meeting their expectations? How did they hear about you? How did they feel once they purchased your product? Why were they feeling that way? Should they feel different? So something I learned, two things I learned. People so people buy from people they like. Either they're gonna buy from you because they like you, or they're only gonna buy from you because they see how it benefits them. How is this gonna benefit me? Pretty much at the end of the day, that's really what it comes down to. What's in it for me? And this is what this is basically saying. Is it going to benefit them? Do they feel like it's going to benefit them? Are you meeting their expectations of benefiting them? Okay. And if they heard about you, somebody told them about you, is because that person that told them, you helped them out and it benefited that person. So now they're bragging and telling you. You don't realize how many clients come to me from word of mouth. Like, man, he did this for me. I was able to get this. I was able to get that. You do a good job. People are going to brag. People are going to brag. It's a joke going around like if you shop at Ross or Burlington, like for instance, I may get some True Religion jeans out of Marshalls, right? Like for $30. And then you get in the jeans like, dang, these $30. Nobody ain't gonna never know I bought these True Religion jeans for $30. As soon as I go outside with the True Religion jeans, I'm like, tell my homeboy, man, you won't believe I got these for $30. You know what I'm saying? Like, so people always gonna tell you when something good happened or you over exceeded the expectations. All right, so how can you help? All right, so once you have created your customer avatar, it is time to see how you can help them. All right, how can your products or services solve any of their frustrations? How can you help them reach their goal? Can you give them something they want to enjoy? Really, nothing's wrong here if you have the right offer, messaging, timing, and place. All right, very simple. Um, that's pretty much it for the avatar, right? I know you're like, dang, Kim, that's real quick. So I'm gonna give y'all something else too. I'm gonna put y'all on the irresistible offer. So this kind of ties in, and I'm gonna have both of this in the drive. So this kind of ties in as well, right? So if you have a business, you want to have an offer sheet. Um, so your irresistible offer, right? So you're gonna start off with the name of your offer. So we're just gonna speak on credit repair. But if you have a different business, you can use that. But we're gonna speak on credit repair. So the name of your offer can be something like um, Cam's Credit Prep. The length of your offer. So then you go ahead and say the time frame will be 3 to 6 months. The price of your offer, we can say $449. The deliverables of your offer. What do you offer? So you break that down as well. Your refund and guarantee policy, as well as any existing links that you offer. So you'll fill all this out, and it'll help you out down the road. All right, then you go to your offers core framework. What does your customer really want to achieve? So we already know that the questions they tell you over and over again. So this is an example. They want to achieve financial freedom and having an automated system and find sell leads and autopilot. They want to be a 7-figure entrepreneur who can work from anywhere and live the laptop lifestyle. All right. List every reason why they should buy your offer. So you're gonna list why they should buy your offer. List out every reason why they won't buy your offer, why they won't purchase from you. So why you think people aren't buying from you, pretty much. And you go down. So for instance, right here, like what are your customers' biggest problems? So I broke down my customers' problems. Collections, late payments, repos, not knowing how to apply for funding, not knowing effective dispute methods. All of this right here is what you see right here. Oh, dang, I put cool, not school, my bad. Am I tripping right now? SKOOL. So everything I just put down there is on this. And granted, I did this years ago. This is old. But you see CFPB, BBB, US codes. Everything I put here, it's the same. BBB, CFPB. So everyone pain points or things that I know for sure that are bothering them or hindering them, I already made it. And I said repos and all, late payments, collections, all this is right here. You can click it and it shows you. So dang, that's crazy. I did this a long time ago. Funding, everything. All right. So how do your what do your customers actually want? How can you help them? Competitors link. It's all right to have competition, I guess. Um, so put their links up there. And what do they offer? What's different from them? I mean, a lot of people do fake, so you ain't gonna know what they're really doing, but it is good to have. So yeah, check this out. I'm putting this in the drive as well. So you're gonna have the irresistible offer. You're gonna have the slide deck too. Um, I think it's great information. So you're gonna have that. What else I'm gonna put in there for you? So I'm giving y'all those two. Um, I might as well do this too. Give you this. I'll give you the IG setup as well. So this right here is gonna show you how to set up your IG for whatever business that you do have. So if it is a business page, very simple. You can also edit this. You can, fill it out, put in Chat GPT and ask it to edit it for you to see what fits best for your page as well. So once again, I know this is kind of quick, but we did go over your ideal avatar, which is very simple. But what I really want you to do though is answer these questions, write them down and answer them. Because the reason this matters so much is, like, for instance, on my Instagram, whenever I run ads, I run it based off of this. Like I really, really, really run it off of this. I want to show y'all kind of really. Yeah, I want to show y'all. I can show you. Let me see if I can show y'all right quick. How do I stop sharing my screen? Stop sharing. Instagram. I'm gonna show y'all so y'all can see what I'm talking about. I'll go here. All right, so okay, boost. I know I look crazy on my bad. It's early in the morning. All right. So you're gonna say like this says Chat GPT. You're probably wondering like why I got these weird names. I'll show you. Actually, I'll show you this one. This is a winter storm, right? Hispanic market. So look, this right here, it says winter storm African American. So it was a time, not even a time. So there was a storm. It was a big winter storm a couple months ago. And I looked up the storm, see where it was gonna like the trajectory of the storm and the cities it was gonna hit. And I cross-referenced that with African American cities, like with the most African American people. Because if it's a winter storm, that means everyone's gonna be in the house, everyone's gonna be on their phone. So I'm like, all right, I'll run an ad for these major cities so the people that's in their home will see me the whole 3, 4 days while they're stuck in the house or while they're snowed in. Okay. So when I thought of that, I'm like, well, I need to find the age group. So I found the age group, income base. So I based the income that I was sell with the product I was selling for those cities. So for instance, mentorships. I know that Alexandria, Virginia is one of it's a pretty wealthy area for Black people. That as well as certain parts of Atlanta. So I made sure to hit those, those areas, as well as the rich parts of Houston, Dallas, San Antonio really wasn't hit like that. So all up the Delta and things like that. So I made sure to hit those areas as well as places that I know that was like hot cities with nurses as well. So I know a lot of nurses were in Houston, we're in Atlanta, we're in parts of Tennessee. So I researched all of that and I wrote them all down one by one by one by one. And with me writing all that down, I found a lot of these cities. So like for instance, the storm was in Kansas, Detroit, Michigan was very big for me, certain parts of Mississippi, things like that. I don't know if it so all right. This one doesn't have the age. And then another one, for instance, too, like this right here. I just ran an ad for this right here was an ad for one of my mentorships. So I know that these are the cities where a lot of entrepreneurs at, right? Tampa, Miami, Orlando. Once again, that Virginia city I was telling you about right here. Charlotte, Chicago, Houston. And the age group I wanted was 24 up. And I even broke it down to interests, small business, realtors, people that started thinking about credit, as well as a lot of car dealerships. So you'll see Auto Trader, you'll see True Car, wholesale websites, Credit Karma, Kelly Blue Book. So I broke everything down for my perfect avatar, put it in there, ran the ad. So that's how I be pretty much use what I teach y'all. Everything I show y'all, I use. But yeah. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and upload everything. It's 7:02 in the morning. Been up for a few hours, so hope y'all enjoy it.